Thanksgiving is so close now. Are you starting to worry about the whole family getting together and facing old conflicts? Ben Merens is the author of People Are Dying to Be Heard. He is here now to help us navigate and hopefully avoid potential holiday feuds. Because you know what happens, I think, more often. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Happy Monday. I'm good.
And Tiffany,
Tiffany's off today.
I was going to say good morning to her too and ask how she's doing, but we'll have to wait.
Yeah, we have to wait to get the scoop. And it's cold today, so you know, hopefully she'll be back soon.
She'll have a story for Thanksgiving.
Exactly. And I heard the one common denominator with interesting people is that they all have like 3 or so interesting stories to be able to share with people at any given time.
But you mentioned the conflict in the intro to this, and the idea is if you are expecting conflict with somebody, put your stories in your pocket. And be willing to hear what other people have to say.
Because it's all about listening, right? I had a sales manager once, my first sales job. He said, Molly, less talking, more listening. Well, and I think it can apply to everything.
You can't get misquoted if you say nothing.
That's true.
I tell people, first and foremost, and you can start, I would say start today to get ready for Thanksgiving. Drink. Start drinking a lot.
Heavily, right?
Water.
Start drinking water.
Start drinking water.
Be hydrated.
Yes, because if you hydrate, your health is going to be better. We need oxygen and we need water. Food helps, but whether you diet or not well, exercise or not at all, for the next couple of days, if you hydrate a lot, your body will be flushed out some, and your system will appreciate it. The weather's getting colder, so colds start happening. You're going to run into people. Maybe they've got a cold. You want to fight that off. You fight it off by being in a good position, so you've hydrated. And the other thing is, when you say hello to somebody, you know, see them and don't see the history, right?
It's hard.
Ask them, it is. And I tell people, we talk about seeing people's 4 faces, and the first face, their child's face, because we were all 6. So look at this person. The ones we get along with, this doesn't apply to. It's that uncle, the cousin, or the sibling that gets your goat. Try to see them when they were 6 years old, because at 6.
At an age of innocence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then ask them a relevant question. How are you? Or how's the job? Or tell me about the kid plays hockey. How's your son's hockey going? Oh my goodness. The parents will just start talking, and you sit there and listen. And by the end of the evening, if you've asked people all these relevant questions and they've gotten the chance to be heard, tell you the story, they'll walk and say, God, I was talking to Ben. It was great. It was just really nice to be with him.
And all you maybe did was listen.
That's right. I save my stories. Maybe I don't share them. And then we get to go home, and over the pillow talk, we compare stories. And that's the fun of what did they tell you? What did you learn? So my wife and I both practice this when we go to family events, and it makes it easier. And again, leave the alcohol for later. I know we all like to drink a lot in Wisconsin. Drink the water now and have the alcohol, the beer, the old fashioned, whatever, at home.
I was just going to say, you know, along with water and hydrating, probably avoiding alcohol or having very small amounts is probably the best.
Well,
because it's sometimes when you're
drink.
Yeah.
You need a drink of water. You know what else the water does? If you and I are talking, and you're that sibling that bugs the heck out of me, and here I am, and I can just feel the temperatures rising, and then I'll be right back. And you drink enough water, you got to go, and no one ever says no to that.
Yeah, if you have to go to the bathroom, people are okay with that. They seem to understand that.
Yeah, if I say, oh, you got to go talk to cousin Ed. no, I'm not done with my story, but I've got to go to the washroom. No one says, oh, no, you got to stay here. No, they don't want you to stay here.
Exactly.
But the idea of asking the relevant question, showing you care. I mean, not more than just this fake, how are you? You know, show something you heard them the last time you spoke to them.
Some people are going to have a hard time with that, though, asking questions and truly listening and imagining someone when they're young, because they hang on to whatever grieves them, whatever upset them or made them mad or frustrated to begin with.
Well, you know, we talk a lot at the company I work at. We practice something called verbal defense and influence. At the heart of this, we talk about treating people with dignity to earn their respect. And one of the tips we offer is to respond to what people say and not react. So responding is a patient sort of, even if it's 2 seconds of thinking it through versus the automatic emotional jolt you get from, again, the cousin, the sibling, the in-law who bugs you. So think about responding. Think about treating them with dignity, earning their respect because you did, because it doesn't have to be like it was last year or the year before. You can make the difference. They may not have changed. So what happens to change the dynamic? You come in differently.
And how you react, your attitude, I think, is what you can change. Your book is called People Are Dying to Be Heard, and you feel like this can apply to conflict management during the holidays, right?
It does, because at the heart of our personal relationships are the fact that we want people to hear our stories, because our stories validate who we are. And unfortunately, the older we get, my older relatives, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, they're all gone. So the stories that define me are only the ones I share with you, because Mom's not here to tell you about Benny. Benny has to tell you about Benny. So that's true with everybody, especially that difficult relative. Think about the way we are today with our cell phones and our iPads and our tweets and texts. Some of these people haven't really shared a story about themselves in a long time. And here comes Ben. Oh, not again.
Yeah.
And what's Ben do? Ben actually asked me about how my job was going. And all of a sudden I felt a little bit more validated. Hey, Ben's not as bad a guy as I thought he was going to be. It's a small change, but it doesn't have to be big.
And people walk away feeling like they've enjoyed your company, which I think is a great thing. And like you always say, listening to someone is truly a gift that you can give them. And most people are dying to be heard.
Yeah,
kids too, at the Thanksgiving gathering.
You ask a little kid, tell me how school's going, Jimmy. What's something you really like? Or tell me about your favorite teacher. Jimmy's going to talk to you. That's pretty cool. Uncle Ben asked me a question. You talk about listening being a good gift. This is a season of gift giving. And it can be something as simple as your time. It's the only gift you can't buy.
Yeah. You've got a great book launch, Night of Storytelling, coming up. It's happening Saturday, December 6th from 6 until 8 p.m. It's at Pop More Corks.
Pop More Corks in Lake Geneva.
That's great. In Lake Geneva, it's happening from 6 until 8 p.m. And again, that's Saturday, December 6th. Put it on your calendar. Again, it's an evening of music and storytelling. You can find out more about Ben and his book, People Are Dying to Be Heard, by going to his website. It's benmerens.com. Always great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. And have a happy Thanksgiving.
And you too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Drinking the water.
Lots of water.
That's what we're going to be doing.